Yellow, how's it going? It's Tiki 500. Welcome to welcome to Let's Play Advance Wars 2 Blackhole Rising. Granted, this game is like pretty freaking old. I played it a lot when I was younger. Actually, like all the music for this game is pretty nostalgic for me. But since it's pretty old, it's probably not going to get a lot of views. But it's probably one of my favorite games, and I've been playing Dual Strike recently, which is also an old game, on my DS, so I felt like, let's play one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games. So let's get going. Actually, a funny little story about this game. When I bought it, I got it super cheap despite it being pretty new, and it was because for some reason it had like really bad reviews when it first came out. At least that's what I saw. Hold on a second. Barely outside of the screen, and that was gonna bug me. But anyway, so yeah, so this is basically just like a strategy game. You play as a commanding officer, a CO, and you move around units and make them fight on a grid. Sort of like it's basically Fire Emblem, but your units are expendable. And like, you know how in Fire Emblem your units, like each individual unit, if it dies, it's dead forever. But they're very powerful. In this, your units are just as strong as your enemies. However, you can always make new units. You'll see. It's a good strategy game. We're not gonna read any of the story. Basically, there's orange sun, blue moon, yellow star, and green earth. They're the good guys. And then there's Blackhole, and they're the bad guys. And basically, Blackhole, this guy Sturm, he's the leader of Blackhole. These are more Blackhole people, but anyway, they're the bad guys, and we need to beat them at war. So here we go. This guy's Andy. He's the main good guy, but we're just gonna skip all this story because it's pretty basic. It's basically just you go to war with the enemy. So here we go. First battle. And that's Nell. She's also a orange star person. This is basically the tutorial, but I already know how to play. So this is an APC unit. It can't attack or anything, and we move stuff like this. Oh, by the way, this game is turn-based. Yes, we know it's infantry, blah, blah, blah. Infantry can capture stuff, but other than that, they're pretty freaking weak. Okay. Oops. Okay, so now Blackhole gets to go. He's like, that woman's tough, blah, blah, blah. Alright, who gives a shit? I forget what this guy's name is, but he's just a big idiot. Okay. So, as you can probably notice, there's roads right here. And then there's plains. There's little forests, little wooded areas, and mountains. And each one gives different bonuses. For instance, a road gives you 0 defensive bonus, but your guys can move faster on it. Woods give you 2 defensive bonus. I don't know what 2 equates to, but 2 is a decent amount. But your guys, like, they spend extra fuel to walk through it. Plains are basically like a little different road. Rivers, they give you no defensive bonus, and only air units and people that are on foot can cross them. Basically, they suck. I hate them. There's ocean. And then there's buildings like HQ where they get extra bonus, but they can be captured, like extra defensive bonus. But let's get moving. So this APC, it basically lets you move your ground units faster. It was nice. My strat here is I'm basically gonna just try to fight those 2 guys when I'm on a forest, and then I'm gonna send this guy in from behind to flank and maybe catch their CO. Maybe I can even send this APC back and oh, here we go. So this is what the combat looks like. It's a little goofy, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be skipping that most of the time. Because otherwise, that's going to get real old real fast. We're going to fight this guy despite my guy being at 60% and him being at 70%. But we have a defensive bonus, so we will probably be okay. We'll just wait here. Because even if he kills my infantry, I'll be fine. On this map, we can't build any more units because there's no factories or anything. But I promise you, in the future, we'll be able to make airplanes and tanks and battleships and all sorts of craziness. So we're just going to try to capture his command thing. So, it takes 2 turns to capture if they're at 100% HP. And if you capture their HQ, you win. Or if they run out of units first, you win. So, those are the win conditions. I wish I could skip this. It's very strange because on the DS you can skip the battles. I must have a different setting turned on or something. This is an extremely basic fight, so don't judge the game based on just this tutorial mission, because it is not. This is not how it is. Okay, so I didn't quite get all the points I could possibly get, but who cares? I don't really know what those points are used for in this game. Cool beans. This game, well, at least Dual Strike, the game that comes out after this one, it wasn't really that hard for me to beat the campaign, and it's not like I'm bragging or anything. It's just it wasn't really that hard of a campaign. I don't know how hard this one's gonna be. So it may end up being really easy, or it may end up being pretty hard, but we'll see. I've never, since I was in like 6th grade, and I was afraid of losing. I never really played. View battle animations only. View player battle animations only. Yeah, that seems good. That's what I want. I never played the campaign, so this is kind of new to me. That's a mech unit. Okay, so mechs are another infantry unit. They move, no matter what, they always move 3 units. Wait, 1, 2, or I guess 2 units, no matter what the terrain is. So they're not affected by mountains or forests or roads or any of that stuff. And they have a rocket launcher. So look at that, it does 71% to a tank. So that's like really good. Mechs are, they're kind of broken, to be honest. And then now we have a tank. Baba boom. And then we're gonna capture. I'm not really sure why I'm capturing this city. Cities, when you capture them, you get more gold per turn, but it doesn't matter in this scenario because we can't build anything anyway because we don't have any factories. Or 2 women seals. What's this guy got against women? Whatever. Yay. Actually, okay. Something else the city can do if you capture it and you leave a unit on there, it'll refuel your unit, and it'll fill up its HP. So I might just leave my mech there. Those APCs, they also, you can supply your units, which that becomes later, or it becomes more important later when you have things like rocket launchers and RPGs and I don't know what I'm trying to say. When you have like rocket launchers and like battleships, because they don't have a lot of ammo. You'll see. It'll all make sense in due time. I can't believe how fast he killed my APC. I feel like in Dual Strike, your units were a little bit, like those APCs were a little bit stronger, but maybe I'm wrong. Also, I don't think I like this option. Because when he attacks me, I'm not going to be able to see... I'm not going to be able to see if in Fog of War what he attacked me with. But you'll see Fog of War later. There are, I guess there are minor differences between this one and Dual Strike. I'm going to stop talking about Dual Strike. That is not what I'm playing right now. So, oh, okay, I'll explain this. So these are artillery, and artillery, they can attack anywhere in this red, and if you notice, they can't attack right in front of them. So basically, they're basically just like a ranged unit. They can't move and shoot in the same turn, but them being ranged like this is so good. Because you just put them behind other units, and then they can deal damage from afar. They're really nice. Oh, I just realized, I guess I could use the like speed up function, or it's called, the, like fast forward, since I'm playing this on the computer. Yeah, look at that. Oh, nice. Kind of messes with the music though, so I don't really like that. See, my guys are in a river, so they take more damage, but I do have a tank and an artillery piece sitting right there, so I'm not really that worried. Also, he's just infantry. So. Pew pew. Think I can kill this? Yeah, 40%. I can totally kill him. And it's not percent chance of hitting. They always hit. It's percent of their health that it'll kill. So like this is 26%. So it'll leave them with either 7 or 8 HP. That's the only part that seems to be a little bit random. Is whenever it's a, whenever it's not a round number, it'll sometimes seem to be a little bit random as to if it's gonna do a little bit less, if it's gonna round down or round up. Is this turd Ferguson just gonna run away from me? If he does, that's stupid. Only time will... Oh, he's done. You're done, son. Cool. Grr. This guy says grr a lot.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. Alright, perfect score. I just sped that up because we don't need to see that. Save current data? Sure. Alright, we'll play one more, at least. Armies on both sides and ocean in the middle. Let the hostilities begin. You're just a yuck a minute. Oh, so the first mission we were playing as Andy, the second mission we were playing as Sammy, that girl, and then this mission we're playing as Max, which incidentally is my name. Max, so each CO has different abilities. Let me see if it'll show me. So Max, blah blah blah, he's basically just like a big brute, and his non-infantry direct combat units are tops. Indirect combat units are limited in range and firepower. So basically, passively, his direct like units that fight face to face, they deal a little bit more damage, but his ranged units have one less range. Basically, Max sucks. We haven't been able to use any of their powers yet, and I think it's mainly just because we're in the tutorial. But once we can, this is Max's power, one of them. Firepower of direct combat units raises slightly, and units movement is increased by 1 space. And then you can use his superpower, which is basically the same thing but twice as good. And then these are his units comparatively. This is the enemy. I don't know. He's dumb. Those powers will come in later. There's like a little star gauge that you have to fill up, but we're not there yet. I should probably talk about all these things when we get to them as opposed to beforehand. Right now we just want to focus on killing these guys. So we got some helis. Heli choppas. We're gonna shoot down his helicopter. Seems a little unfair that we go first no matter what, but I'm not complaining. I really like the design of the Blackhole helicopters. I like how it's like all metal and they just look out of like a little slit in the front. So I think we're probably gonna end up whatever, transport copter. This is basically just like it's what it sounds like. It just lets me fly around ground units. Actually, not ground units, just infantry. Probably gonna have to fight him on this little bridge, but since he doesn't have a freaking helicopter anymore, we're gonna be okay. No! Why are you mad? Why are you mad? Let's do this. We'll put my medium tank right here. So it's medium tank, same as a regular tank, just better firepower and gosh darn it, I didn't mean to do that. Better firepower and it has more health. Oh, he has 2 medium tanks. Let's just move these helicopters back and let him attack me head on. Oh, he didn't even attack my medium tank. See, look at this thing. Its range is less, it's just 1 now. So that's pretty awful. Let me move this over here. It does 102% of its health. See, look at that. Bam. What he makes, what he lacks in, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave my medium tank right there. What he lacks in indirect fire, he makes up for in firepower. This is so dumb. Let's just capture this. I don't really know why I capture that. This serves no purpose. Like before. We're gonna go over here. And then when I get a chance, I'm gonna put this guy on here, and then I'm gonna see if I can swing around behind. Is he ever gonna... Okay. So he's on a road. So I have more defense than he does. But he gets the first attack, which is better for him. Because he attacks with the force of a full hit, while mine does a counterattack that's a little bit weaker. Because he hurt me. Let's just put this on here. And then we'll use one of these tankerinos. This should kill it. 18%? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I should have used my transport transport helicopter. I guess I can just say screw it to my backdooring strategy and just go ham while he's on the bridge. Is that gonna... Yeah, it doesn't even kill my tank. That's thanks to the forest. Should I sacrifice my tank? Probably not. Bam. And then his infantry, they're just regular infantry. They don't have bazookas, so I am not concerned in the slightest. In fact, we'll even shoot at them with our helicopters. This is like some battlefield right here. Like, just a freaking little bird always attacking you. If you've played Battlefield 4 at all. Those little baby helicopters. They're a pain in the neck. Just needed to do a little bit more damage, but whatever. We win the next turn. Okay. Thinks that forest is gonna save him. He thought wrong. How cute. How's that, ape man? That's not very nice.
Mission complete.
Oh, I didn't do the mission fast enough. Orange Dawn. I'm more a fan of Orange Crush. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. I guess next time I'm gonna have a choice of missions to do, so make sure to subscribe and tune in later because I post videos frequently. I will see you guys later.